Okay, so here we are again. It's time for What's on Your Desk. My time to be able to investigate thoroughly what's on my colleagues' desks, just to find out what's going on in their mind. And we're here today with Gerard Grimaldi. Hey, Gerard.
Hey, Nancy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great.
Good.
So you probably know Gerard. If you haven't met him, you have heard his unmistakable laugh throughout the organization. So Gerard is the Chief of Health Policy and Governmental Relations. So he wears a lot of hats, but he's our government guru. He's the guy who knows everything. So what's on your desk? Let's start with this rapid response review of Missouri Medicaid. That's on your mind.
Yes, it is, front and center, in fact. The Missouri Department of Social Services is reconsidering how it's going to do the Medicaid program in the state of Missouri. So they commissioned a report from some out-of-state consultants to take a look at the current Medicaid program and offer some ideas for the future of Medicaid in Missouri. And our key objective as this process goes under in the next couple of years is to remind the policymakers and the legislators who would be ultimately implementing any recommendations here of how essential we are, not only to our community, but essential to the Medicaid program in the state of Missouri. Because a strong and sustainable Truman Medical Centers is vital to assuring a strong and sustainable Medicaid program in Missouri because of the key role we played in Western Missouri. Okay. So this is a sample of a packet that we'll use with our members of Congress, our senators, and just as importantly, their staffs. It's a great way to remind our legislators about the essential role we play to the healthcare delivery system and some of the key things that we do that no other hospital in the state of Missouri does, and also remind them about some of the important issues that affects us. Right now in Congress, the most important issue affecting Truman Medical Centers is making sure that the Medicaid disproportionate share hospital cuts that are scheduled to occur in October are postponed. Medicaid DSH is a key funding source for Truman Medical Centers because of the patient population that we serve, both those who are uninsured and Medicaid enrollees. And it is imperative that Congress take action to postpone these Medicaid DSH cuts, which have been postponed in the past, and we're asking our senators and members of Congress to postpone them again.
You spend a lot of time in Washington. You spend a lot of time in Jeff City, right?
I do, both places, yes. It gets on the road, and I know Highway 50 very well. But it's a great opportunity to remind key policymakers about the essential role that we serve. And it's really important for those who represent parts of the state that are not from Western Missouri to point out how special Truman Medical Centers is and the role that we play in assuring strong healthcare delivery in the state. And some of our best advocates in Jefferson City are those who are from Western Missouri, who know us well and can tell their colleagues about the awesome work that is done by all the caregivers at Truman Medical Centers.
So we just talked about Washington, D.C. I see something over here that is regarding the Missouri Hospital Association right here in Missouri.
Yes, I was part of a delegation of the Missouri Hospital Association that recently took a trip to Washington, and as part of the American Hospital Association advocacy group that we do, that was done to really talk about some of the issues, not only Medicaid DSH, but the 340B program and other issues that are of great importance. We also are members of America's Essential Hospitals, and that they're really the association and hospital organization that we're most closely aligned with, because members of America's Essential Hospitals have missions and patient populations that are really similar to those of Truman Medical Centers.
Okay, we may have time for one more, and we're getting a little tight here. We'll go here, and then we'll see what's in there.
So this is what I would call my social determinants stack. One of the challenges in the policy world is that many of our patients have healthcare disparities or social determinants that are not reflective of patient populations in more affluent areas. And the dilemma is that our Medicaid and Medicare programs we would suggest, are not adequately reimbursing safety nets and essential hospitals for the care that we provide, not only on the inpatient side, but just as important on the outpatient side and in behavioral health. So it's up to us to continue to remind policymakers of the importance of factoring social determinants into payment mechanisms.
So you have all of this. I'm sorry we can't get to all of it. And you also have an obviously well-used iPad sitting here.
So the iPad it's kind of like my toolbox. I take lots of notes on it. But it's here today as a reminder that I should go visit some patients. one of the funnest and most rewarding things that I do, and it really does help in our advocacy, is visit patients. We are all caregivers. We are all part of the patient experience team. And there's an application in here where we can put some documents and notes for either for follow-up as appropriate, or more often just to kind of note the great care that our caregivers are giving our patients, the awesome care that they're providing, and how our patients are very, very satisfied with the care they're receiving.
All right. Well, I may just stay here and look through the rest of this. Thanks. We appreciate it.
Do you have insomnia?
May not be the most scintillating reading,
yes.
but thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thanks for all you do.
It's my pleasure.